All right, guys, well, we are starting the insulation process. As you can see behind me, we've done some of it because we're trying to figure out how to go about it and what's gonna work best. All in all, it's working pretty well. This is poly-faced styrofoam, which is a little bit better than just your plain styrofoam because it's got that poly wrap on the front of it, and you can actually bend this stuff over to itself and it won't snap. So it's pretty durable. I actually was kind of hoping for something that will hold up to where we don't have to put anything over it. So that's going to be one of those things that we're going to have to wait and see. If we start tearing it up, knocking holes in it, which I'm sure we probably will, then we'll figure out something to put on it. I don't know if we'll go with sheet metal on the inside or if we'll do OSB board or something like that. But anyway, so with where we're at, can't do nothing with these boys around. So with where we're at on the building, in our budget, that's why we're insulating the way that we are, because we're just about out of money. We really wanted a spray foam, but that was going to cost $4,000 or $5,000, and that's just not really worth it to us for what we're doing. We decided with this 1/2-inch poly-faced insulation board that we would be able to knock the chill off the air with our torpedo heaters or put in a wood stove or do something in order to make it manageable. Usually when you're out working in a garage, you don't need it the same temperature as your house anyway. You get too hot. So this is what we went with, and what we're going to do once we get it all put on, you can see our seams. And I have ordered some white construction seam tape for like house wrap and that sort of thing, so that we can line all the seams with that and seal it up. And then we may even shoot it with a coat of paint when we're done. I'm not sure about that. We've talked about just giving it a white coat of paint because all of our posts and everything are still going to be standing out. So we may paint it. We'll see how that goes. But we may at least get some paint and paint the heads of the nails to make them blend in with the white. But anyway, this is what we're trying. I've never really seen it done this way before, and it may not be a very smart idea, but it's what we could afford. And so we'll kind of keep you posted on how well it works and how well we can heat it and that sort of thing once we get it all done. So hope you enjoy watching the process. I mean, this is the kind of nonsense I'm out here working with. I don't know how we get anything done. You want to dance, little man? All right, so I'm going to share with you a couple of things I've learned so far. I did one wall of the building, and I only put the nails every 2 feet. And what I figured out once we bought a great big bucket of nails, 3,000 cap nails, 1-inch nails for 1/2-inch insulation. Seems to work really well. And since we've got plenty of them, and it was like 30 bucks for this, so they're not too bad. I put them every foot on this, and it really strengthened this up. I mean, you know, this is not, and you're not going to go want to lean against it, but at the same time, it's pretty stout for just, you know, daily wear. So that's what we're going to go with. We're going to put them every foot. Now, one thing I've done to just kind of help myself locate my boards and not miss, which is really a big deal because all you do is take the nail and stick it through there, is I've just got a level and I've marked from the end 1 foot and 2 foot. That way, once I put my end nail in where I can see the board, then I put it up here, I put one on the 1 foot mark, one on the 2 foot mark, stick them in, move on down through here, and stick the nails in all the way across, and then drive them in. That makes this go pretty quickly. So far so good. have gotten a lot done today. We finished up the insulation on all of the walls, and it's not just the prettiest, but it looks pretty good. I'm pretty satisfied. We do have white seam tape coming, so I think that will help where we have some little space issues and gaps and all that. So once we tape that up, I think it'll look a lot cleaner. We also were doing a little test here, and we decided we don't like it. We were going to paint the caps of the screws, but our white paint doesn't match. So I'm not really sure what we're going to end up doing yet. It doesn't matter that much. We just want it good and white and bright so we can see well. So I think we're going to accomplish that no matter what we end up doing. You know, we've had a few little hiccups with like our board spacing and stuff. The way the wall girders were laid out, they weren't really spaced to fit 4x8 sheets perfectly, so we ended up having to do more cutting than I planned. Part of that's my fault. I should have thought ahead about how we were doing this and spaced them for that, but I didn't. And you know, on the ceiling, we put in nailer blocks, but they didn't come out exactly perfect, and that's okay. We'll let it slide. But our truss spacing is about right, so we're getting by with just having to trim an inch or two off of the end of each 4x8 sheet. So that's all working out pretty good. I'm satisfied. It's going to be great. We're going to have an insulated building here with 12-foot ceilings and all kinds of space. I'm excited about it. All right, we'll get back out here tomorrow and work on the ceiling. I don't see us getting it all done tomorrow. It's a pretty big job working overhead, hanging those on the ceiling. Although I have to say it's a whole lot easier than sheetrock. These things don't weigh anything, so it's kind of nice in that respect. But anyway, I love the smell of construction in the morning. No, seriously, lumber smells good. I like the smell of fresh build. We are going to get back to work insulating the ceiling. Heard of Gas Monkey Garage. This is Monkey Garage. Okay, so next part of the insulation job is we have to close up those openings underneath that header. So we've got the walls and the ceiling done, but we went over to this header. So we've got to close up those slots. What are you doing? Hammering your hammer with my hammer. Don't hammer your hammer with my hammer.
My hammer's better.
Man. And then we are waiting on the mail to arrive because we should have our rolls of seam tape and we can finish taping off these seams, and that will wrap up the insulation. All right guys, to give you a little bit of a rundown of what we're doing, we got this seam sealer tape off of Amazon. We got 6 rolls of this tape for, I don't know, somewhere around $30, I think. It's from International Polymer Group, and it's good for temperature fluctuations between 200 degrees and minus 65 degrees, I think. So it's supposed to hold up to the weather is the point. It's a really thin white tape, pretty sticky. It's pressure sensitive adhesive, so you push it on there and it seals up pretty good. You can see through it, so you can see our nails. We were hoping it would kind of cover them up a little bit, but anyway, no big deal. Across the top, we don't have a nailer on the back side, and we had planned to nail them, like lay them flat against the wall, nail them, and then fold it up. But it seemed to want to crack because we were nailing so close to the edge. So that wasn't going to work. So what we did is run the nails across there and then put the seam sealer tape on the back side. It's just a matter of sealing up and keeping the air from the attic from coming down in here, and keeping our heat from escaping, so that will work. So that's the way we're gonna do it, and we'll keep you all posted on how well it works as we finish the job, and then how well it holds up after the fact. Got there. That's the polyfoam 3000. All right, guys. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video of us insulating our garage. We're not entirely finished taping off all the joints and all that, but enough to kind of give you guys an idea of what we're doing. And once we get everything done, we're going to be giving you a rundown and showing you everything. So we're going to call this video good. Hope you guys enjoyed the process, and I think this is going to work out pretty good. It's starting to get sealed up in here. Thank y'all for watching. Have a good night.